Hello, my name is Torrance Moore, and I'm here to introduce to you someone whom I consider to be the greatest man I know. There are very few moments in life that you receive someone that will make a lasting impression on your life. People like that are considered to be gifts in this earth because it is a testimony of God's favor and grace on your life. That type of person in your life is worth great value because it is something that does not come around often. That's the way I feel about this particular man that I am introducing today. My grandfather is that person that I speak and deem to be the greatest man I know because he is and has been an influence in my life for so many years. When I was a very young boy, I actually had the opportunity to live in the house with my grandfather. And that had to be some of the most memorable moments in my life. He was a man that exemplified so much love. He would make sure that you know that you were loved every day because he would take the time to tell you as often as he could. It was easy to see that during the time that I lived with him because he would show that love not just to me, but to everyone who came, that he came in contact with. Everyone knew that he was a man that loved people, but they also knew that he was a man that loved his children. In fact, all of his children would tell you that he's an easy man to love because he would always lead out with love first. I have seen my grandfather give to so many people throughout life. If there was ever anyone who needed help financially or just everyday issues in life, he would be the person they would call. He has helped people out of debt, given people a place to work, and been a listening ear for so many people. It was easy to love him and to see that love radiate from him and why people flock to him in so many occasions. He's a man that exemplifies leadership, and that leadership is felt throughout the community. God has given him the ability to speak to certain issues within the community. Issues like neighborhood problems, when things were not actually going well within the neighborhood. He's been able to speak to problems within the city. He's been called on for that. He's also been called on to speak to certain issues within the church and denominational governments. He has spoken to so many problems and been a sounding board for change all across the community. I was able to see the building and operating of business because he had a thriving beauty supply store that many people within the community would patronize. Many would become acquainted with him because of the business he ran. I would often see him in the image of Mufasa, the Lion King character. He was revered in that way by the family and was classified as the head of the group. What I celebrate most about him is the fact that he is a man that exemplifies Christ in his life. Even being an entrepreneur and a community leader, his most important job to me is being a pastor in the same community. He leads so many people to Christ through his preaching and has developed other pastors to lead their flock right in the community themselves. For the majority of my life, I have seen him influence people to do great things. That is why it is my sincere pleasure to introduce to you my grandfather, the greatest man I know.